What I found out in life, as life goes on, life is about losing. As we get older, we lose our hair, we lose our teeth, we lose our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, and but it's the ones who overcome, they're lost in life and could shun away adversity and always willing to fight it. Every particular moment in life are the ones that are able to transcend and be able to spread the word to other people who's in that same particular genre as they are.
Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to accept who you are. You know, sometimes I see young kids out here and they commit suicide and they don't like who they are and they're in prison. And it's really difficult, you know, to accept who you are in this world because really we don't know. But then in order to have friends, you have to be put in this particular kind of, I don't know, you have to be labeled, so to speak, you know. So we don't know who we are until we get, I guess, to a certain degree of evolution.
Mm-hmm. I would like to be respected. Respect is more powerful than love, I believe. You know, but how many people out of the obligation of love, Machiavelli, out of the obligation of love, have we hurt? Just think about it. Everybody that's listening to me, just think out of the obligation of love. This is my sister, my brother, my girlfriend that I cheated on. My boyfriend who I didn't tell him everything, else he should have knew this is not his child, or whatever the situation may be, you know what I mean? We just have to know this is what it is, you know what I mean? Some people can get by with just being respected. Some people get higher for being feared. I don't want to do anything unless I'm passionate about it. You know, I don't care any money. That's what I learned about peace and happiness. That if you're not doing it with passion and love, and you're just doing it for money, it's the emotional outcome is going to be disastrous. And that's from my experience. That's just really what I know. So I know it has to be just for pure passion and the love for what I'm doing. I have to try to love myself. You know, that's what it really comes down to. I have to deal with that challenge and starting to love myself realer and deeper. And for me, it's different perspectives, not from love to say how great I am, how grand I am, but to really look at the baseline, bottom line characteristics of who I am. And by doing that, you know, it's gonna require a whole bunch of struggle, a whole bunch of thinking, a whole bunch of reflecting, and let's not forget and mention a whole bunch of therapy, you know. But it's just the unlingering feeling of unfreedom sometimes, and that feeling is such a essential part of my identity than anything else.
I feel I was born to fight because I have no other interest in anything else. Everybody's a fighter in their own right. You're a fighter, I'm a fighter. Everyone that's in this room, even the newspapermen, they're fighters. But everybody don't get up every morning and run. Everybody don't go to the gym every morning. And everybody don't have enough discipline to wait in the locker room for 2 hours or 3 hours, then go in the ring and do what they've been taught all those years in the gym. And so that's what separates a champion from a mediocre fighter.
What about talent?
Talent? I don't believe in talent. Well, some people, they have talent. It's good. It helps when you have talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need. And you have to have the will to win.
Not necessarily the size of the guy, you know what I mean? It's basically the spirit and the competitive in his heart. You know, if a guy wants to fight, he could be 4'2" and fight a guy 6'9". You know, if you want to fight, you're going to fight and you're going to do well. That's just the average of law here in the game of boxing. If you really want to do it, you're going to do well.
If your 20-year-old or 25-year-old self was sitting right here where I'm at, and you could sit down and have a conversation with him, what would you want to say to him?
You know, that he should prepare on developing what makes him happy in life. And strive on developing that and cultivating that, what makes you happy. And have that strong alliance within yourself on what makes you happy and never break that. What is the essence of happiness? What does that mean? Everybody has a different definition. Well, we got 7 billion people. I'm sure 7 billion different definitions. And some people may have dark happiness. They like to do dark stuff and that makes them happy. But it's still happy. So what makes necessarily happy a good thing?
Mm-hmm. What makes you happy?
Simple stuff. And I don't know if that's happy. I take it for granted sometimes, like everyone else with my kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And I have to, you know, not worried about going to prison, not worried about paying my bills and having my lights on and my lights being cut off or my water being cut off, yeah. is being stable in my life.
Yeah. So you would tell him to start pursuing happiness more?
You know, that's the word I would use, you know, but that's the only thing that's going to stimulate us.
Yeah.
You know, what drives, I don't know if it's happiness, we call it happiness.
Sure.
Why is it the word happiness that makes us think this is something that we should, you know what I mean, listen to?
Yeah.
Why happiness? Because we look at the response of happiness, what it looks like.
Yeah.
And we should always ascend to happiness.
This is one of my causes that I'm going to eventually is mental illness. Do you know how many people are in prison that need to be in a mental hospital? They need to be in a hospital, and that's not getting any kind of interesting play or foresight, because we're walking around with people who are they're functioning people. They can hold jobs, they can hold family, but every now and then they get sick and they do things that are just not acceptable in society. So they need to, and this is another problem. They misdiagnose these people, you know, because I'm one of these people. I've been in and out of psych wards for a bunch of years, right? This is a 10-year thing. Because that's what drugs lead you to. It leads you to prison, psych wards, and death. You know, and I was on the verge of going to the last one. Praise be to God. But anyway, it's just a struggle, and it's going to take a nation to help.
What would you say your final diagnosis is? What do you think Mike Tyson's your mental issue is? If you know, and not to say that in a dramatic way, a lot of people have mental issues. I personally take Lexapro. I'm generally.
I took that too. That's
smooth. It's smooth.
Yeah.
I don't need that much.
Not heavy smooth, but it's smooth.
I'm
not like boom.
No, I'm just 10 milligrams. I just need a little bit to keep it. What do you A? What do you take now? And B was the
I don't
one
take
thing.
anything now.
No medication.
Nothing at all. Thank God I went through a change in my living style, my eating process. I had great support from my wife, Lakia. Oh, she's just she's just a paramount in my life, and I get mad at her, and I'm just mad that she dug me out the gut and cleaned me up. You know, I'm mad that I didn't do it myself. Sometimes I battle with her because of that. And I owe a great deal of my blossom into a functional human being in society to her. Good fighter is not necessarily the greatest fighter ever lived. It's where you want to go. You know what I mean? A good fighter just to be diligent and committed and disciplined, doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. You know, always testing yourself and forcing yourself to the limits. You know, if you know you if you love women, then deny yourself that. You know what I mean? That's what success in general is all about: sacrifice. From my experience of any little success I may have had, just be willing to sacrifice, you know. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't have fun accomplishing your goals. And when sometimes people don't have the determination, the will, and the steadfastness, the tenacity, they give in under the slightest struggle.